From a teacher's perspective, we now know that that path worked quickly to the left. So we're gonna try one more here. There we go, and now we can see that nice little draw. Matt Kugaroff here from the Bridges in Rancho Santa Fe, Director of Player Development. So I'm always working with my students on path, and WhyGolf has come up with an amazing new tool that I can use indoors or outdoors. It is a plastic disc and a foam rod. So the safety of this device is unbelievable. I'm here with Jamie from WhyGolf, and we're gonna explain how to use it. The disc comes with 3 different angles, which you can set up at your shaft angle when it sits on the floor. The way we set this up is it's 3/4 of a club length behind and in line with the ball. The base of the rod is gonna be in line with the ball. The base of Path Magic has been designed with 3 different holes. The holes are set for the shaft angle of the club. So as we set this down, we're gonna hear again, it's gonna be set directly behind the ball. I'm gonna set the base in. Jamie's gonna put his club here just so we can make sure that it lines up with the shaft of his club here. Okay, so now if we switch the club to the driver, the shaft is gonna be flatter, so I will have to change the disc to a flatter plane there. So whatever club you're using, make sure you set up the rod to the proper shaft angle. We're gonna first try and hit a draw path, which would mean inside to out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the club and we're gonna go outside the rod and then come underneath to try and have his path work into out and shape the ball from right to left. So that was our draw path, and you can see Jamie actually hit the rod, but it did not have any effect. We don't have to worry about it getting knocked over, what have you, so very safe to use. Now we're gonna go in to over to try and hit a fade or slice. And we can see on the screen here how these lines cross. So depending on what your students' faults are, we could easily set this up to help them curve the ball the proper way or help reduce the curve of their ball flight. The other way we like to use Path Magic is by placing it out in front of the ball. We use the same distance and same in line with the ball, but what we're gonna do here is we're working on the path continuing down the target line and not working quickly left. So Jamie's gonna hit a couple drivers here, and we're gonna see how this works.
That's a perfect example of how useful the Path Magic is. You see, I made contact with it and, nothing happened. We got our foam rod perfectly fine. Just place it back in and give it another go.
And from a teacher's perspective, we now know that that path worked quickly to the left. So we're gonna try one more here, and we're gonna try and miss that rod there. Put that right back in line. There we go, and now we can see that nice little draw. So when I'm teaching, I really do like to work backwards. I look at the ball flight and I bring it back to the golf swing. So another way to use Path Magic is by placing the disc out in front with the rod straight up and down. And what I'm gonna have Jamie do here is I want him to try and start the ball right of the rod and hit me a little draw, and then we're gonna hit the next one. We're gonna start the ball left of the rod and hit a little fade. So we're gonna do it more by shot shaping to change the path. Let's go ahead and try. So we're gonna go draw first, which will be path a little shallower into out.
Hung it out a little to the right there, but
we started,
it still kind of came back a little bit.
You got it, and we started it on line of what we were trying to accomplish there. And now we'll try and work that ball back, start it to the left and work it back to the target.
Right.
Perfect.